Okay, I am back. I got the Patriot 105 ready to go. I'm not going to be airbrushing with it, but I'm going to use the air in it. I'm going to crank the air up on this thing a little bit. It was at about 42 pounds right now. And I got some, in here I got Freak Flex Maroon tint. And then next to that I got some Freak Flex Red tint. And I've seen, I don't know if I've seen do this before, but I've seen this done a couple times on YouTube. And this kind of, people do this with weathering powders and water. And I was just trying to get a little bit of paint, probably not that much. Oh, perfect. Then that's the maroon. Let's see how the red turns out. Let's do another brush so we don't mix these up. Let's get another color so I don't screw it up. There we go. That's too big. Here we go. This guy right here. That's the maroon color. Then we'll use the blood red. Nice. I think that's just so simple and down and dirty. Let's go for it right now. Stay with me right here. I'm just going to switch all this around real quick. Bring that back. And like the old adage, less is more. Let's take him out. I don't want him covered with any blood like that and make him look like it's been gone for a while. So I'm just going to get a little bit on the tip. Just really. And let's say he was like, I don't know if he was standing or kneeling when they killed him. I don't know if I got any. Oh man, it's dropped the palette. Ugh. Let's try that again. Let's get a little bit more thicker maroon on there. This maroon's a really thick paint too, so I might need a lot of it. Palette back further, and let's bring that down. Right about there was where he'd be standing. Oh, there we go. The trick is to get it close in. And let's now try some of the red. Got it in real close. Gotta see it on camera. Oh, nice. Okay, let's do a little bit more of the maroon on top and make it look chunky. And I think the key is also to keep the brush close to where you want it to go, because it won't explode out too much. Well, this will be the last of it right now. I think that turned out pretty nice. Let's just go, maybe take the brush, and we're going to do a couple. Yeah. I think that's good. We'll leave it at that, and where's our little guy at? Let's put him back down. And I'm going to go in with a flat varnish on top of that. And I think we're done with the skeleton. We'll blue him in, we're good. Thanks for joining me. I want to go in there, and it's a little too fresh looking right now, so I'm going to take some, there we go. I got the Patriot 105. I got a little bit of the light gray from Model Air. I just want to dust it a little bit. There, that's a little bit better. This makes it a little bit older. It's been sitting there for a while. The blood soaked in the paper, but you got the elements going on top of it, as my narrative is discussing right now. And I think we're good with it right now. And I'm just going to clean this bad boy out. Now, this using some of the alcohol and water mixture. And then I'm just going to hit it with a quick matte varnish. That'll help tone it down even further. Yeah, I like how that faded out that poster too a little bit. There's a little more realism to it. You know, a little bit of blood on the thing. It's faded out. I'm going to try to get the gray out of here. Then I'm just going to throw a little quick, get some matte varnish somewhere laid around. There we go. What did I break this time? I am jumping around here like I'm crazy. And Liquitex. I like this cheap stuff. I like how it reacts on the models. I like how it tones everything down too. That's a couple drops will do. Go back in there. We got the. There, we're good. And I might come in here. This has been varnished with satin and some matte finish down in the garage with some aerosol cans. I really prefer using an airbrush varnish, especially because I like the realism it evokes when you use it. It really dulls down things. Nothing's really vibrant, and when you're in war or outdoors, you can see how this will just tick down, make it a little more realistic looking. Takes the sheen off of everything. Even the dull coat that I like and the Army Painter anti-shine, this stuff outperforms that all the time. I don't know about the protection of it, but since I already got 2 coats of Krylon varnish on this thing as we speak, the thing's more than protected. I just want to take the shine off of it. And I think we're going to glue down the skeleton. We're going to fill up the crater, and we're done. So I'm just going to varnish this then, and we'll be back later. Thank you for joining me. Okay, we are in the home stretch. I put in some flocking, some of the very edges. So kind of the narrative is, you know, Mother Nature always reappears. We got like this used to be grass out here. It's all dead and burnt. They get little patches of life coming back here and there, just very sparse around the model, just to give it a little bit of, you know, interest here and there, like where you see where this fell and it like killed the grass. You got a little corner out here that's life's coming back. This side, you got a little bit of life coming back, all dead. In the front, where your main entrance is, that's where you have that little thing. You can see like where the dead and the lives coming back a little bit. I hit it with probably 3 coats of the Liquitex matte varnish. Like I said, I like the way it deadens everything and mutes it back. Then our skeleton friend is glued in with a, I believe it's just a standard 5-minute epoxy. I just kind of laid him down where it was, and I kind of put a couple puddles in, and he is in for good. And I got it by his feet, so he's locked in good. Then I hit him with some more matte varnish because a little bit of the epoxy, 2-part epoxy was like, it glistens when it shows out, so I just knocked it back with that. And now is the moment we've all been waiting for. We have our little crater there. I got some of this Envirotex high gloss finish liquid of, I guess it's an epoxy of some sort. I'm going to mix it together right now. Then I have some Daler and Roudney inks. I got some, I'm going to play around with some sepia, some green, and yellow. And I just want to get a nice, just like a tinge to it. I want to be able to see underneath it still, but still have a nice little color to it to give it some kind of, you know, realism. So we'll be back in a second. I'm going to mix this up, and we'll be ready to go from there. Thanks. I got the Envirotex in this little cocktail disposable glass. I'm stirring it with a coffee stirrer. I got about, I'd say about an ounce and a half total. So 3/4 of an ounce of each one mixed together. Maybe a little more. Maybe just under 2 ounces altogether. That's almost the same. And I got the inks going. This is the sepia. What I'll do is let's do a drop or two. 1, 2. And see how that really just kind of takes it down to more of the color of honey. And let's get some, like, little yellow. So 1 drop of yellow. These are acrylic inks, and it should be okay. 1 drop right there. And let's do a couple drops of green. One. This is clogged or something. No, this is clogged. That's not good. Let's see if I can get it out of there. I'm just going to throw it on the side there and see if I can pull it in. For some reason I got a clogged ink there. I don't use these inks that often. Occasionally making washes, but I have a lot of wash. I want some more green in there. I think that'd work. Let's try some of this Secret Weapon wash then. Let's be a little experiment. There we go. 3 drops of that. That should be good. We got the browns and the greens and grays all in there. Yeah, that looks dirty, and I still see translucent enough. Okay, and it's getting warm, so we know it's activating. It's not like regular resin gets super hot or anything. This just warms up a little bit. Let's go for it. One more thing. We got bubbles. Hopefully these bubbles will all come out too. I've had problems with stuff in the past. It can get bad. You can fix it though. Water effects on top of it. It gets cloudy or something goes wrong with it. Will work. So let's go over the pit here, and I don't want it too full. I think I got the perfect amount. I think right about there. We're good. Now, is this got to be patient now? That's all you can do with this stuff. You can't rush it, and it's pretty thick. It might take a couple days, but that looks really, really good. Let's back it off. Yeah, that looks really cool. And we're basically done there. But we'll come back after this and see this thing completed. Then do some photos of it so you can see some really good angles of different sections of it, and hopefully get inside that pit and see how that turned out. As usual, thank you for joining me, and we'll be back soon.